Well, hi Capricorns. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I will shuffle them a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Capricorns, let's find out what you can expect to come up in your life. If this reading does not resonate, then you might want to check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self, or get a private reading from someone you trust. All cards are male or female. And there you are, Capricorn, as a King of Pentacles. So, the overall energy of this reading is the Five of Swords. So, you're getting your truth, your understanding, you're getting your clarity about someone you're looking back at. So either you're letting them fade away into the distance, or you just can't get your mind off of them. Either way, you are gathering up swords of truth and clarity here that surround your entire reading. Let's read on. Up here in your highest energy is the Three of Swords. There is some kind of heartache going on here. And actually, if you look at the Five of Swords, you've picked up three. You have three of them. There's still two on the ground. So the Three of Swords, this is heartache. It can be a third party or a third energy, but so far I see no other signs of that in this reading. So there's been some sort of heartache with this person that you're looking back at, and it feels like you're gathering your truth and your clarity about this whole thing. I have the Four of Wands next to the Three of Swords. This is a divine soulmate. So they are a divine soulmate that you're looking back at. You've known them in another lifetime, at least one other lifetime. City 1111. They're very special. With this card here too, they must feel that connection. They must have that connection too with you. But this is a card of joy, a card of love, and union between two people. This can be a card of marriage. So it's like, I feel like you were in a soulmate relationship here. It's a deep one. And you had hopes, or maybe you still do, of moving forward in this relationship towards a committed, stable union, okay? But something broke your heart here. And you can't get your mind off of them, I don't think. I think you're still thinking about whoever this is. I have the Fool card next to the Four of Wands. The Fool is, well, it's fun. It's a fun, carefree, throw caution to the wind. Sometimes it's just taking a leap of faith, you know. Maybe jumping into things a little fast with the Fool energy. Because, see, with the Fool, they look up in the sky, up in the clouds. They're not looking forward. And a lot of times when they come to the edge of this cliff is when they start to look forward. So starting to look forward towards the future. And I feel like things are changing in this relationship, probably on your end, mostly. And it's causing some heartache. I have the King of Cups under the Three of Swords and next to the Five of Swords. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the King of Cups, it's like you're pulling back that cup of love. You do have a huge cup of love for this soulmate. But I feel like you're kind of withdrawing this, like reeling it in a little bit here. You still have it, but it's like, I don't think you're sure whether you want to hand it out anymore. It's because your heart's broke over something here. I have the Magician right next to the Five of Swords and under the Fool. So the Magician, this tells me you have all the tools now. That I think you can work this out. It can be worked out. But I think you're moving out of the energy of the Fool. That can be really difficult when if both parties aren't moving out of that energy at the same time, okay? So that could be all it is a timing issue. There's the infinity symbol. That's the symbol of intuition and knowing. You have a giant cup of love. We already know that. You have a pentacle for security and stability, a wand of fresh starts and new beginnings, and you're picking up your swords of truth and clarity right here. So, some sort of truth and clarity hurt your feelings, or, made you sad. And it makes you just kind of want to pull back a little bit. But you know that you have all the tools to make this relationship work, that you can make it work. But it's right under the Fool's energy. And I think this Fool's energy, that both parties need to come out of this Fool's energy to have a future together, which is what the Four of Wands is all about. I have the High Priestess under the King of Cups. This is the card in the tarot deck for intuition and knowing, okay? So, it's saying, pull back that pomegranate curtain. Listen to what you're telling yourself. Listen to the things that you're thinking, that you're saying to yourself, because they're probably true. Your intuitions are running very high. And trust yourself, okay? And trust your decisions that you make. I have the King of Swords right next to the High Priestess, right under the Five of Swords. This is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart someplace, or around this reading in someone else's chart. But the thing about the King of Swords is going into self-protection mode. It's like you're picking up these swords, but you're like putting one up and you're like, I don't know. You're doubting this relationship is what's going on. But it's right next to the High Priestess. And so I think that there's just more truth, more clarity that you need here. I still think there's hope for this relationship. I think you need to follow your gut, follow your instincts on this one, and have the conversations that you need to have. So to me, the more truth, clarity that you have, the more chances there are for this relationship to move forward. And there you are here, Capricorn, as an earth sign. You are an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It's your reading. This is you. And you are looking at that pentacle. So you're going from the Fool's energy to trying to look forward and wondering if there is a future for you and whoever you're looking back at. Now, something happened that hurt your feelings. That's how I feel. And you have all the tools that you could do it. But now your sword is up. It's about, you're thinking that perhaps this is not possible to move forward with this divine soulmate that's been in your life. Let me take out the second part of this reading. So remember, part of the advice here is follow your intuition. Listen to what yourself is telling you. Trust yourself. And that's going to help guide you. Let's take out the second part of this reading. Oh my goodness, there was a Tower moment. That's why you got the Three of Swords. For Capricorns. Oh. Well, I have the Tower card up here in your highest energy, and that is next to the Fool. Yeah, it feels like you want to move forward, you want a commitment or something, or, be just plain old be monogamous, or something to move forward with this relationship. And they were really hesitant. And I think this caused a Tower moment. There might have been an argument, maybe. Either way, it did hurt your heart. It's right next to the Empress, this Tower card. Now, this is the card for Libra or Taurus. But this is your energy. You're a beautiful person. You have a lot of qualities about you that a lot of people don't have. It's like you're kind and thoughtful and generous and considerate and loving and on and on. If you're a parent, you're a good parent, male or female. So, this card here, next to the Tower card, you know your worth. You know that you deserve a more solid and secure relationship. than just living in the moment day by day with this divine soulmate. I got the Knight of Wands right next to the Empress. This seems to be what you were getting. It's like they came and went in your life too much. It was too flighty. It wasn't stable. The Knight of Wands. They can be a player sometimes, and maybe that's what you're feeling. You might be feeling like they've been playing you somehow in this relationship. But under the Tower card, there is the Death card. And this is next to the Magician. This is the end of the old, the beginning of the new. The card for Scorpio. Scorpio might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But the end of the old, the beginning of the new, I think that you're manifesting this whole thing to go away. It's changing. You're manifesting, I think it's next to the Magician, you're manifesting the end of this situation and the beginning of a new one, but I'm not quite sure what that is yet. I have the Nine of Swords next to the Death card and under the Empress. You're up in your head. These are swords of truth and clarity, and they're going through your mind over and over and over. And it's kind of torturous. And this is time you're spending alone. And you're like, why didn't I see it? Or, why don't they love me back? Why don't they want, to move forward in the relationship? I mean, it could be any number of things, but you could be blaming yourself. You could be blaming them. You could be, whatever it is. But it goes through your mind, almost like anytime you have a quiet moment. So, that really kind of, the Empress, you deserve someone in your life that has a lot of the same qualities that you have. Keep that in mind, okay? Because if they don't, it won't work. Especially when you're the Empress. You'll end up being unhappy, and you don't want that. So I have this Eight of Wands next to the Nine of Swords and under the Knight of Wands. I feel like there is going to be communication. Somebody's reaching out to the other person. I feel like that there was a separation, that maybe they ran off after a argument or something about where this relationship is going, or why they keep taking off, and something on that order. So there's back and forth communication that is going to be coming in. I think this is going to help you to move forward, put an end to the old and move forward. I have the Lovers here right next to the King of Pentacles and under the Death card. The Lovers, this is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But with the Lovers, this is another divine soulmate relationship. This tells me you've been lovers in another life. Not just soulmates. You are lovers. And so, I think there's a reason that you're brought back together, because there's your guardian angels and spirit guides. And it's almost like they're trying to hold you together. They're trying to keep you from separating from each other. So even though they were running in and out, even though they hurt your heart, I feel like this conversation is going to bring you back together. It's next to the King of Pentacles. It's going to be more solid. They know that's what you want. It's next to the Six of Pentacles, which is under the Nine of Swords. So they were breadcrumbing you. They were probably running in and out of your life. They were feeding just enough to the relationship to keep it barely afloat, and threw your scales off balance. But there's 3 in this card and 2 in this card. It's changing. It's the end of the breadcrumbing. It's like all this conversation is going to help this relationship move forward, not apart. Because I have the Wheel of Fortune right under all this conversation and right next to all the breadcrumbing. You're moving forward from all the breadcrumbing. I think they're giving it up. I think they're going to do their best. This is the will for the better. The universe, your guardian angels and spirit guides are both involved in this situation. The wheel is turning for your better. Wheel of Fortune. So, you can't stop it. But there's things that are happening that need to happen in order to move you two forward. And that is this conversation between the two of you. So, wow. It looks like you're going to get through it. It's kind of a really rough patch. But it looks like you're going to get through it. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, it is about wanting a more secure and stable relationship. I already know that. And it lands on the Fool. They were like kind of happy where they were, but if you're going to be unhappy, I think they want to keep you around. I think that's what you're going to find out, is they're willing to make some changes to help keep you happy. So maybe they do have a lot of the same qualities as you. There is a reason you need to come back together with the Lovers card here, and it might be an unfinished soul contract or just unfinished business from a prior life. So I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is coming in, and you know, that's what you're looking forward to. When you come to the edge of that cliff and start to look forward, it's towards that Ace of Pentacles. And it was because of that, wanting a future or something to hang on to towards a future, that caused this upset in this relationship. But it looks like it's going to work out. And that's just the way the universe and your guardian angels want it to work out. So, wow. This is your reading, Capricorns. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.